Hey guys, welcome back to Friday's feature. So today I'm actually going to be talking about, and I guess kind of giving you guys a review of a very cool product. I think this is actually going to appeal more to someone that has a lot of brushes and they like to travel with them, a makeup artist, you know, someone that freelances and travels a lot and has to carry their brushes on site. So I think that as a makeup artist, your number one pride is your brush belt. This is mine. It's been very loved. As you guys can see, it's pretty beat up. This is the second brush belt that I've had in my time as a makeup artist. And while I love it, it's also a pain in the butt. And I'll tell you guys, you know, depending on your workspace, sometimes you have to prop it up. I don't like to wear it around my waist when I'm working. It's just easier for me to look and grab. And it's just gotten to be a bit of an inconvenience. Also packing, for those of you who do freelance or who do have a kit, you'll know that most of the time you're already heavily packed or you have a ton of stuff, and you know, having to pack your makeup brush belt can be a little bit of a pain. Probably about 2 months ago, I went to a MAC seminar class, and Ashley Rudder, who is a senior makeup artist for MAC, she had a really interesting item on her table. So what she was using to carry her product or her brushes looked like a binder. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. She had this. This is a Brush Folio, and it's by Smith Cosmetics. As you guys can see, it's embossed. This is not leather. Definitely not leather. It doesn't feel like leather, but it does look very fancy. As you guys can see, it has gold hardware. And as you guys can see, it's just a plain black case. It has a little tassel, and then I'm just attaching my hand sanitizer to it, but pulling it will open this bad boy up. So I'm going to show you guys what I have, or what I was able to pack in here. I do still have a handful of brushes, probably about 10 brushes that I was not able to fit in here, but I have a ton of brushes. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I tend to do larger weddings, 10 plus girls sometimes, and so I need to have brushes at hand. Sometimes you don't have time to spot clean, so you really need to make sure that you have enough to get you through a gig, and so I have a lot of brushes. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So when you open it, you can see all those brushes. This fold has nothing, right? But in this insert, I have a ton of eye brushes. So I have a bunch of 224s, 226, some smudging brushes. My favorite eyeliner brush by MAC, it's a 210. And then I have some lip brushes at this end. And the reason why I put these here, I really wanted to be very logical about where I place my brushes. Like I really thought about what brushes I use first, what my process looks like. But one of the downfalls of this is that these little inserts for the brushes, they're so small, and really only the tiniest brushes will fit here. So then I said, well, I'll do my eye brushes first, right? Couldn't, because the very next section is for larger brushes. So these bands were a little bit larger. And so as you guys can see, I have eye brushes, face brushes. On this side, I have a ton of these 137s. You guys know I love these. A few of their 168 brushes, and then some of their dual fiber brushes. These are all MAC brushes, by the way. That's all I have. I wish I had some Smith brushes, but currently they're a little bit out of my budget. Then you have more inserts, okay? And again, same problem. These inserts were here. You know what? I can actually remove them because they have these little clasps where you can just attach them to the actual portfolio. But I have a few 217, 221s, 239s, And as you guys can see, there's a ton of those. And then on the other insert, I have just larger face brushes. I wish that they had created these so that you can place all of your larger brushes on one of the inserts and then your smaller brushes on the other remaining two. This way you could separate your face brushes from your eye brushes. That's one of the downfalls I saw. And again, sometimes the slits for the actual brushes, the holder, I guess, or the band, it was really small and very difficult to get the brush in through. The very last insert is actually pouches. So as you guys can see, there's nothing there, but you have these two little pouches. And on one of the pouches, I put all of my eyeliner brushes. No, I'm sorry. On the top pouch, I put all of my eyeliners, eyebrow pencils, and then the bottom one has my scissors, my glue for lashes, tweezers. Let me show you guys. The nice thing is that you can remove all of this stuff. So in this one, this is the top one. I have lash glue, mascara, a little spatula. I also have my tweezers, a line filler by MAC, a lip moisturizer, and then a waterproof mascara. So that was nice because it alleviated some of the clutter that I had in just some of my little pouches that I carried with me, with just like, you know, random things that can't be really organized, I guess. So that's what I have in my Brush Folio. So now that this is just nicely compact, this will actually go into my makeup carry. So now that this is just really nice and compact, this will actually go inside of my makeup case, and it'll save me some room on my MAC bag that I just kind of attached to my Zuka bag. So let me tell you guys what I think about this. I'm a little torn because initially packing this was a little annoying because getting those brushes through the band was a bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was really tight, but with that being said, it's also brand new. I did get it this evening, and it's possible that it just needs to be stretched out a little bit. I wish that they had considered you know, being able to either adjust the divider so that way you could fit your larger brushes on one side, or organize it however you prefer. I know it seems kind of tedious or annoying, but to me it would have made a difference to have all my eye brushes in one area and then all of my face brushes in another, rather than having to flip through the dividers to find where the brushes are. I feel like had they given more thought to that process, there probably would have been a little bit more room to fit more brushes in there. Again, I have like 10 brushes that I could not fit in here, which is fine because I have little plastic MAC canisters that I always carry with me. So sometimes I'll just have like brushes that I'll randomly clean, or brushes that I'll clean from a gig that I just never put back into my brush belt. So it's not really that big of a deal, but it is to me. So fully loaded, and that means with the compartments, it's actually called a Smithfolio. I keep calling it a Brush Folio. It's a Smithfolio. It's $94, so it is a bit on the pricey side. The actual zipper itself feels like it's a really nice quality. The other thing I noticed is when I was putting my brushes in there, originally I had tried to put eyeliners in there because you could put eyeliners or lip glosses, liquid lipsticks and stuff into this actual contraption. And I really thought that I would be able to put my liners and my brushes in this. I scratched it a little bit, and you know, it's gonna happen. It's normal wear and tear, but I haven't even like taken it out of my house and I've already scratched it. It is a nice product. I'm hoping that it works out the way I wanted it to. Right now, I feel like It's definitely better than my brush belt for sure, because my brush belt, the MAC one, for whatever reason, is a little bit smaller. I think my first one was one that I had bought off of eBay when I was first starting to freelance, and I literally had that thing for like 6 years. And the only reason why I replaced it was because some of my spatulas had actually cut through the material on the inside, and so my product was going inside of or underneath the lining, and I was losing a lot of things. So I do like this. I do feel like it's going to make somewhat of an improvement in the way that I pack my stuff, but I also feel like there's some downsides. So again, the fact that you can't organize your brushes the way you want to, the fact that some of the slits are very tight, so it's very difficult to get your brushes in there. While it does look nice, it kind of looks a little cheap too, like the actual material. It just, I think for the price and for what the brand stands for, my expectation was a little higher, and I don't recall Ashley's looking like this. I know that they were sold out for a really long time, so my assumption is that they started promoting this product and they had very few you know, these made, and then once they saw that they were going to be popular, they started mass producing, because my product came from China. I can tell you that. It was on the packing slip, and I think that that's part of the reason why I'm like, it doesn't feel like it's high quality. So I like the concept. I feel like I was really successful in getting most of my brushes in here. I'm curious to see how it'll play out during a gig, and we'll see how it goes. I do like it. I know it sounds like it's a negative review, and it's not at all a negative review. I just feel like, I think just based on the brand and what it stands for, I'm a little disappointed in their approach. So that's that. But I do feel like it's a great product, and I do feel like if you have a ton of brushes and you want to be able to put them all in one you know, contraption, not worry about having to carry a brush belt. If you're not a fan of a brush belt and you're wanting a different option, I think this is a great option. I can tell you that they're sold out again, so who knows how long it'll be before you can get these. I actually placed my order back in the end of September, and I just got it now, but they did tell me that I would receive it later at the end of the month. So that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Friday's feature, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.